Hi again. So how is it? Not too bad? Okay, that's great. Can I see? Let's see. Wow, that is pretty cool. I love those colors. That's amazing. Are you pleased with it? Okay. Okay, that's great to hear. So you mentioned earlier this was your first tattoo, right? Yeah. Okay. Would you like me to give you some aftercare information? Mm-hmm. Okay. So right now it is covered in cling film to protect it during the journey home. It's really important that you don't leave the cling film on any longer than like an hour, hour and a half. Are you able to go straight home? Yeah? Okay. Okay, cool. If that's ever not the case, tell your artist so that he or she can cover it up for you better than with the cling film, because you can really not leave that on any longer. Okay, so that's one of the most important guidelines. You need to allow it to breathe. Basically, if you talk to a lot of different people, if you read some different websites, talk to artists or people that have a lot of tattoos, you're always going to get a different story of the best way to take care of it. And that's fine. Everyone has their own method, and there's a lot of methods that just work. But the main rules are just keep it clean and allow it to breathe. I'm going to walk you through our process, that most people here follow, our customers as well, and we're all really pleased with it. So just going to walk you through that, recommend some brands, and then it's kind of up to you to discover what works best for you, your skin, your healing process, your daily life. Okay? Right. So first thing, when you get home, take off the cling film and then wash it. Okay? Always wash it with running water. Avoid still water like in baths or swimming pools or lakes or anything like that. Avoid that for at least 2 weeks. Only use running water, and I recommend that you don't turn your faucet up too much in water pressure. If it is a lot of pressure, it can hurt. So keep that pressure down, and also keep that temperature down as well. Don't go up too high. If you use really hot water, it could hurt, and it also could lead to some more bleeding of the ink. Your pores will open up and you might lose some of the ink and lose some of that beautiful vibrancy that you've got there now. So don't use too hot water, okay? So go home, wash it. Use a very mild soap, something that's hypoallergenic or unscented, and generally, if it's okay for a baby, it's probably going to be okay for your tattoo. What we recommend is this sweet salt foam. It comes out as a foam. You can see the liquid in there now. And when you pump this, it comes out as a foam. And that's pretty neat because it'll be really soft when it hits your wound, because it is a wound and it's gonna hurt. So this is just baby washing foam. It's mild, it's hypoallergenic, it's pH neutral, so this will be fine, but anything like it, you know, it doesn't have to be a brand, just kind of a baby foam, baby soap deal that is mild, hypoallergenic, and pH neutral will do just fine. So just wash it. Use your hands. Your tattoo is on your forearm, which is great because that's really easy to take care of yourself. You're not going to be kind of messing about trying to get to your back or anything. So just use your hand. Don't use a washcloth. Make sure your hand is clean. Wash it first and then wash your tattoo. Don't use a washcloth because then you kind of run the risk that you will be too abrasive with it. If you just use your hand, it's going to stay clean. I have a ring on this hand. I don't know if you ever wear rings, but make sure you take them off before, because that is a typical place for germs to kind of collect. So be mindful of that. So you wash it. This first day, don't put anything on it yet. Tonight, don't put any lotion on it yet. Just keep an eye on it. If it's oozing, and you do have, you know, a big space that's colored in, so the needles went over there a bunch of times, so that skin is really damaged. So it's gonna ooze, you know, just some wound fluid, plasma. That's normal, but if you see it, just go and wash it again. If you don't allow that plasma to dry up on the tattoo, it'll prevent worse scabbing and also prevent that you're going to need any touch-ups afterwards. Okay, so keep an eye on it. If it's oozing, just go wash it again. Don't put anything on it just yet. As long as it's oozing, don't put lotion on it. Okay? When it stops oozing, which will probably be tonight before you go to sleep, maybe tomorrow, then you are going to keep it really moisturized. You don't want it to ever be dry. Okay? Because then it's going to crack. And again, you might need touch-ups. We offer free touch-ups and it's no problem, but generally, if you follow the steps the way I explain it, you know, 95% doesn't need any touch-ups just because they took care of it as required. So what we're going to give to you is this. So this is just some udder ointment. It's actually what the tattoo artist was using while working on you as well. Udder ointment, it's called that way because they really did do use it to take care of the udders of cows and livestock. It keeps them moisturized and in good shape and healthy. So we'll give you this just to start you off, okay? This used to be used throughout the whole healing process, you know, decades ago, but now we have some better products, so this is just to start you off until you can get your hands on some other products, okay? When you use this, just put on a very thin layer. It needs to be able to breathe. Don't suffocate it with a thick coat of this ointment. Okay, so I'm just going to give you this. So when you get a chance to drop by the pharmacy, I have two products that I'm going to recommend. The first one is this. This is Aquaphor by Eucerin. Eucerin are really well known. They have a bunch of products for really dry and sensitive skin, like problem skin. In the dry area. So Aquaphor is great for healing tattoos. It is some sort of magic. You know, you have a lot of products out there that are specifically for tattoos, but that'll just cost you even more, and maybe not work as well. This is great. This can heal a really big piece in 7 days. The thing is that this is also kind of expensive, and it is very, very greasy. So this does kind of seep into your clothing and can leave some oily stains that are hard to get out. So that's why, you know, for some people this might not be the best product, but this will get it healed up most quickly and best. And whenever you can, don't cover it up with clothes unless you're working in a really dirty environment with dust or any other kind of dirt. Then you should cover it up, but otherwise, if it's possible, leave it open, let it breathe, and just protect it with the lotion. So this is really great. This looks pretty much like that other ointment or like Vaseline. It is clear and a little goes a really long way. What I just got on my fingers here, this will actually genuinely be enough for your whole tattoo there. Okay? So this little bit will cover a really big area because you need a really, really thin layer. Don't suffocate that beautiful piece of art. Okay. So just a little bit, let it breathe. This is a skin repairing ointment. It helps repair and protect very dry, rough, cracked, chafed, or irritated skin. It's suitable for babies. Do not use on open or bleeding wounds. So don't use it today yet. Okay. So I recommend using this the first couple of days. I always keep using this until the wound itself stops hurting, so definitely 2-3 days. Then I switch to this Bepantol. It has a little baby sister called Bepanten. So Bepantol and Bepanten. That one is pink, I think. There's 2 versions of this. There's a cream. This is the cream. And there's an ointment. The ointment is a little greasier, more comparable to the Aquaphor in consistency. So it has the same downside of getting into your clothing. Another downside is that it is a little harder to spread. So same with the Aquaphor, but I use that in the first days, so that's no problem that you have to spread it. After a couple of days it's going to start itching and flaking, and then if you really have to rub it, you might pull some of the flakes. With the cream, this is really smooth. I'll show you. So I'll put that on my other arm. This is really smooth. again, a little bit like this goes a very long way. So this is not greasy at all like the others. It's really smooth. So this spreads super easily. You don't have to rub it at all. So that's a little bitter for those days where it's flaking, because I'm just rubbing it in now. You don't have to do that with the tattoo. It's a little better for those days because you won't pull off any of the flakes prematurely. Right, so Benthol cream or ointment, it's really what you prefer. This is a little cheaper than the Aquaphor as well, so you can easily keep using this just throughout the process. It'll take about 9 to 14 days to heal completely if you're leading a healthy lifestyle. If you're not, it can take longer, as with any wound. So, Benthol. Do you need to take those names down or anything? You remember? Okay. You can always find all of this information on our Facebook as well if you want to read up. So that's it for products we recommend. Do's and don'ts, like I said, showers only, no baths, no swimming. If you hear this weather, we're not going to be swimming anytime soon. No sun as well, no tanning beds, no sun, direct sunlight, just sunlight, period. Just protected from the sun. No saunas. So just avoid that for 2 to 3 weeks until it's healed. The last phase you're can expect is like a leathery look to your tattoo. You'll know what I mean when you get there. So that's kind of the last phase, and that'll that can take a while to go, and you'll see some little leathery bits for a little while after. Just keep putting the cream or ointment on there. Wash it about at least 3 times a day, like in the morning, after work, and before bed. You can wash it more often if you notice that it's attracted some dirt or lint or anything. You can give it a wash. Don't wash it too often. And just keep it clean. Let it breathe. Don't cover it up. Don't put any cling film on it. Some people, think, oh, I'm going to be in a really dirty environment. I'm just going to wrap it up with some cling film. Bad idea. If you're going to wrap it up, use like a gauze, a sterile gauze that you can loosely put on there. If you need to take it off, the gauze, and it's in the first couple of days, it might be stuck to it, or like tomorrow if you wake up and you wore a shirt to bed, you might notice that it's stuck to it. Don't just pull it up, okay? Just run some water over it so that it'll loosen. Don't just tear it off of there. Just use some water to loosen it. So if you need to cover it up, use gauze, and use water to take off the gauze if it's stuck. Just let it breathe. Don't scratch it. In about 3 or 4 days, maybe 5, it's going to start itching really bad. Really bad. And don't scratch it. It's going to start flaking as well, And if you scratch it and you take off any of those flakes prematurely, then you're going to need touch-ups. And that's okay, you know, we will do the touch-ups, but it's always best to just take care of it as well as you can and avoid any damage to the work that's done now. So don't scratch it. Some people say instead of scratching you can pat it just like this, because that will give a little bit of relief, but I try not even to pat it because patting can be like a gateway to scratching, because you'll pat it and it'll feel amazing, and then from patting you might go into scratching. So just kind of focus on something else, keep occupied and take your mind off of it. It won't last that long, the itching. So yeah, it won't be too bad. Getting kind of itchy just talking about it. Itchy, scratching. Okay, is that all that I have to tell you about that? I am pretty sure it is. Do you have any questions for me? Right. Okay, well, like I said, if you really need to cover it up, just wear loose fitting clothes. That'll be your safest bet, okay? And then when you get a chance, wash it and just make sure that it's moisturized. So, skip out for a break every once in a while, check on it, see if it's not dry. And otherwise, reapply the lotion. Wash your hands before you reapply the lotion. And again, remove jewelry when you're washing your hands, because they can be quite germy. Any other questions? Any other worries? No? Okay. So you had settled on a price with your artist, right? Okay, well, you stay within schedule, so that price is going to be the same. You don't have to tip. It's all included, okay? So it's just the price that you agreed on. Okay, thank you. Okay, well, take care of it well. We hope to see you again, not for touch-ups, but for your next appointment. Okay? Okay, cool. If you have any questions or worries, feel free to drop by or call us or leave us a message on Facebook, and we will sort it out. Okay? Okay, no problem at all. Okay. Bye. Be careful out there in that storm. Bye.